So, what are the real issues? What are the underlying problems? How did the mismanagement of money shape the pressures we live with today? To answer that, we have to return to the most basic question of all. What is money? It began as a commodity. Then we realized it was an idea, and over time, it became a tool of control. When you examine long-term trends, GDP growth, debt expansion, marriage rates, education outcomes, patents for new inventions, or almost any measure of an economy's productive capacity, a pattern begins to emerge. Around 1971, the trajectory shifts. After more than a century of explosive growth in living standards and productive capacity, many of these trends begin to deteriorate and move into long-term decline. Why? Because in 1971, Richard Nixon ended the dollar's link to gold, effectively closing the gold window. From that moment, governments gained the ability to create money without hard limits. This extraordinary privilege allowed the United States to finance ever-expanding global influence, reinforcing its position as the world's leading power. Money was no longer backed by anything tangible, only by government promise. It shifted from being a tool of collaboration, trade, and value preservation into a tool of control, backed only by political promises. The public, of course, pays for this money creation through inflation. Inflation is a dilution of purchasing power, like pouring water into wine, weakening its strength and utility. Governments are not creating value out of nothing. They are creating value out of you. For every loan issued, every round of quantitative easing, and every bailout, new money is printed, and you are forced to absorb the loss. Your consent is not required. As money weakens, you must work longer to afford the same goods and services. The items themselves have not changed, only the energy required to obtain them has increased. In 1971, a loaf of bread cost 25 cents. Today, it costs around $3. What once required 9 minutes of labor now demands closer to 25. Despite enormous gains in technology and productivity, the average person must now expend more time and energy simply to meet basic needs. Viewed through this lens, the illusion becomes clear. Governments do not create value from nothing. They extract it, quietly extracting your energy in what is arguably the most elaborate systemization of slavery ever constructed. One that would make the transatlantic slave traders of the 18th century look like amateurs by comparison.